Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com, your midday market recap. Thank you very much for joining. Hi Micha, thank you very much for joining, taking your time. Hi Nadav, how's your trading day so far? Let me know if you are here, say hi, don't be shy. Let's see that everything is working perfectly. Do you hear me? Do you see me? What is on your trading tray today? Hi Amit, thank you very much for joining. So first we go over the futures 4 hours. As you can see from pre-market preparations, we broke below the 4400s. Now 4421 needs to hold, otherwise we are going deep towards the 4363 on the US 15 minutes. Futures 15 minutes, basically moving sideways in the past 1.5 hours. 44.27 is a very tough resistance. Below it 44.20. We took some nice, as you can see in our Discord now. Let's check the Discord. I will put it up so you can see we took some very nice. Why Discord is not going up? Never mind. You can trust me. We took some nice short over here at a 4458, and we are still 50% size on short. Very nice. Now you can see here the SPY 15 minutes. This trend line. This is why I always say follow the trend lines. This trend line from support to the lower lows, now becoming as resistance. Let's see continuation below 440.50. Below it, we are heading towards the 438.90, 439. We are still short in our premium room. SPY on the 65 minutes. Why I use the 65? Because 6 candles of 65 minutes gives us a full daily candle. Broke below this trend line. First 65 minutes were very rough to the downside. Previous candle doji, now 440.30 needs to hold. Let's see, below it we are heading straight. We can take Fibonacci, no need to guess. We are heading towards the 439 will be the next support. This trend line from support will become resistance, in my opinion, from now till tomorrow FOMC rate decision. Nothing much will happen, but it's only my opinion. Do your own due diligence. Let's check the oil on the 4 hours. You know these trend lines because we drew them few days back. These trend lines holding as support, resistance, but for the higher highs. So as long as the oil 4 hours is in this uptrend channel, we are good to go on long. And you remember a few weeks back we said we are going long above the 85 area. If you follow me on Twitter, you're more than welcome to search it there. And also on my YouTube channel, we said we are waiting for a break, a daily break above the 85, and then we will go long, and pretty good long so far. Let's see the Qs. Qs 65. Once again, 367 needs to hold, otherwise we are heading towards the 364. 364. We can take it over here. As you can see, 364, 363. It's always an area of support, an area of resistance. It's never an accurate price. It gives us areas of support. It's also the 618 retracement from this uptrend towards the 618 and the 15 minutes now. Try to bounce, but it looks like, let's clean the chart. What do we see? No need Fibonacci, no need trend lines. Just train your eyes to look left. What do we see on the 15 minutes? Lower highs, lower lows, until proven otherwise. We are, look at that. Trend lines shows us the way. And the way for now is down. Don't be a hero. Don't try to catch a falling knife. Don't try to predict. Don't try to predict the bottom, because no one can. Let's check Bitcoin. As we said, we have this purple trend line that will act as a very tough resistance, and in the past 2 days almost touch it. Let's see where Bitcoin is heading. Above it, we're heading towards the 29k, above 29k, 31,800, but it depends on tomorrow's CPI, tomorrow's rate decision. It all comes down to the rate decision, and it doesn't matter what do you think what the rate decision should be, and it doesn't matter what we think if the decision is good or bad. All we need to do is act according to what the market is telling us. Ethereum 1660, very tough resistance. As you can see, we have also these two trend lines that will act, all this area will act as a very tough resistance for Ethereum. Good reaction. In my opinion, we are heading towards the 1740. Bad reaction. We are going straight towards this purple trend line to the downside. What else do we have? Let's check intraday for Amazon. Amazon intraday looking good, looking bad. We took around 60% short of this candle. We went 137.80 towards over here 136.40. Nice short. Basically, we took 2 shorts today in the premium room. This is all we need. No need more. And once again, Fibonacci, look at this. It's the FSD of technical analysis. You have Fibonacci swing low, swing high, and you have why price is now where it is, because we have a Fibonacci retracement area which now acts as a support. It was resistance over here, support over here. So by natural things of price action, it is support once again. Previous candle doji. Doji is the best signal, and FSD isn't working. It's working on Fibonacci. Doji is the best signal for any decision in the market, and when it comes after a very steep downtrend, it might signal a trend reversal to the upside. Let's take a look on Amazon 15 minutes. Now we can take Fibonacci for the 15 minutes. It all depends on the trend and the time frame that you are trading. Short continuation below 135.53. We can take Fibonacci to the downside. Next support will be the 134. Above 136.80. And we can say Amazon is going towards 137.76. Above it, maybe towards this gap over here. What else do we have? Apple on the 65 minutes. Nothing much, as you can see. Went up yesterday. This is the price range since yesterday's open. Very tight price range between the 176 and the 179. Today, very tight price range as well. This is the first candle, and we are still inside the first 65 minutes candle, so it's a very tough price range to trade. Tesla on the 65. This is the first candle. Now we have 2 consecutive inside candles, which means wait for decision, for the market to make any kind of decision. If you want to go long, 65 minutes above the 265 towards the 267, that will act as a very tough resistance. Short below today's lows towards 250 gap. What else do we have? Any questions? SPY on the daily. As you can see, trend lines. You know this trend line because you saw daily market recap in the past few days or so, past few weeks, and you saw the pre-market preparations, and we said this purple trend line needs to get retested, and here we are, low of the day. Now let's see, can bulls bounce off this trend line back above the 442? Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. Below this trend line, we are heading towards the 435. Below 435, in my opinion, the 423 gap will get filled. We have also this trend line to help us identify the lower lows of a higher time frame. This time frame goes back to July, so it's 2 months time frame from July. Low, low. The road is towards this trend line over here. Qs, let's check the Qs on the daily. Broke below the 618. Now 365 is the next. Below it, we are heading towards the 358, which will be a perfect double top. As we said in the past few days or so, we have a double top over here with this trend line, and it's getting validated day after day. Maybe someone knows, always someone knows something. What do we have? Shopify yesterday closed the gap. Today retesting the 618 Fibonacci, now bouncing back. But for now, if you are looking to go long on Shopify, there is no long, in my opinion, only above 58, 59. We have a slight gap over here. Today's open. This gap needs to get filled as well. And you know that more than 85-90% of all gaps will get filled. You know this gap that got filled because we talked about it since this gap and this 63 got broken to the downside over here. We said we are going to fill this gap below the 618, the 5690 area. We are heading towards the 5115, and we have another gap over here. Don't be surprised if the market reaction will be not so good for the FOMC rate decision. This gap will get filled as well. What else do we have? Hi Amit, hi Ophir. I sold AFRM at the rate of 20M. What do you think? It's worth returning. If you sold, you sold. For now, getting back below. If you sold, let it rest for 2-3 days, and it doesn't matter if it's going to the downside or to the upside. If you start chasing it once again, you will lose more than you gained, if you gained. This trend line, once again, tough resistance, going back inside 2264, needs to hold. Otherwise, 1968 will become the next support. What else? What is the best advice that you think a trader should get? What do you mean? Work on yourself, invest in yourself. You really want to become consistent, profitable trader, because I know consistent traders, but they are always losing. And when I mean always, you can have a weekly red week, a red month, but in the end of the year, you need to look back and see what are you doing wrong and what are you doing good, because it doesn't matter the strategy that you're using. First, is this strategy works for you? Don't follow anyone on social media, including myself. You don't know if my strategy will work for you or not. You need to find your own set of rules and work on your mentality, on your psychology behind trading. In my opinion, 80% of all traders that lose money are not mentally strong enough to handle trading. And it doesn't matter if it's day trading or swing trading. If you want, I have ebook on the psychology behind trading. Check the links in the description below. And you're more than welcome to check Fibonacci Playlist Academy. 25 videos, technical side, and the psychology behind trading. What else do we have? I hope I answered your question. CRW, CrowdStrike. Let's see what CrowdStrike is telling us. We had a broadening formation. Now getting back to the downside. We have a gap over here. Let's see where price is taking us. As you can see, 164.77. You don't need to think. This is why we use Fibonacci. So we don't think. We don't need to think too much. The only thing we need to think of is how much am I willing to lose on each and every trade. And before I get into a trade, does this trade answer the set of rules that I have? Of course, on the technical side and on the mental side. Below 164, we are heading 160. Below 160, we're heading towards this gap over here. If you're not long yet, I would wait for a break above this purple trend line or some kind of a bounce of the 156 or the 152, or wait for this gap to get filled. What else do we have? Hi Leah, hi Amit, hi Tamir. What do you think about O? O? I hope it's this one that you're talking about. What do you think about O? This is the question. Doesn't matter what I think. What do you think? We can all look left, and what do we see? Lower highs, lower lows. What are you looking for? You looking to go short or you looking to go long? For now, I don't see any long on this name. Short. As long as this trend line, you have this trend line over here that will become a very tough resistance. So maybe wait for retesting this trend line from support to resistance and then back to the downside. If you want, you can take also Fibonacci. Swing low, swing high. Now look at this. Fibonacci gives us what we need. Why price is here? Because we have Fibonacci level. Fibonacci gives us future support and resistance for price action. It's not magic. It's Fibonacci. Check the links in the description below for the one-on-one mentorship or the pre-recorded online program. Be patient. Yeah, be patient. It's good advice, but be patient for what? If you don't have a good strategy that works, if you don't backtest your strategy, if your strategy doesn't work for you, your set of rules doesn't work for you, for your risk tolerance, for your way of life, your lifestyle. If you have a 9-to-5 job, you cannot be a day trader. So be patient. It's good, but it's a basket of rules that all comes together. There is no one rule. The one rule that I think is invest in yourself. It took me 2 years of investing in myself until I became the trader that I am now. A full-time trader, providing nicely to my family. KBE. Any questions on the technical side, on the psychology behind trading? Not just chart requests, will be perfect. KBE. Swing low, swing high, retracement 618. This is not magic. It's technical analysis. It's Fibonacci. If you want to go long, wait for this trend line to get broken to the upside. Short continuation below 37.50, and we have a gap over here. Always look left. Below this gap, 36.40. What else? Let's check once again where SPY, where the futures goes. Nothing much so far. Any other questions? Any other requests? Q's also trying to bounce. Oil, some kind of a retracement on the 4 hours, but overall looking good. QQQ, 2 consecutive dojis, indecision in the market. When market shows us indecision, dojis, we need to sit on our hands and do nothing, because if the market cannot decide, we surely cannot decide. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, subscribe, share with friends. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And why are you usually ignoring the shares trade volume when analyzing? Because in my opinion, volume, everything follows price, including volume, aka FOMO. Check FOMO. What is FOMO? Fear of missing out. When traders, people see something goes up, they buy. If people see something goes down, they sell, aka volume follows price. Do you add stop loss to any positions you take? Of course. The only thing we have full control of is our risk management. Stop loss is trader's best friend. Until the next video, do good things.